Well, that's what they do. I mean, that's the highest scoring duo in the NBA. They've been doing it for 12 games now, and we did nothing to take it away. We cut it to 1, I think, late in the third quarter. They closed 9-4, and then they opened up the fourth quarter 11-2. So that's a 20-6 run after cutting it to 1. And obviously, we never got back in the game after that. But I just felt from the get-go, we tried to ease ourselves into this game. And against a team that was in the finals, against the number 1 offensive team in the NBA, you can maybe get away with that against certain teams, not against this team. I thought they worked harder, they were tougher, they were more physical for the majority of the 48 minutes. And, obviously that's why they won the game.
Were there any positives that you take from this? Bruce Brown played tremendous energy and hard tonight.
Yeah, Bruce, home in front of family and friends, 16, 10, and 6, only 1 turnover, and did play hard, played a lot of minutes tonight. But it's tough when you give up 131 points. You give up, 55 from the field, 43 from 3, 16 threes, and another 52 in the paint. So I have a hard time finding, silver linings after a loss like this. And the disappointing thing is, I tried to make sure our guys understood why we're 6-1 in our last 7, why we've won 4 in a row. And we've had a top 4 defense. And tonight, I knew it would be a challenge, and we didn't meet that challenge, which was disappointing. Have a chance to go to Chicago and try to finish this road trip 3-1, and that would be a hell of a road trip for us. And I think everybody in that locker room, Chris, understands that how we played tonight is not nearly good enough to beat the elite teams in the NBA.
You talk about the defense, but what do you wish your team would have done differently offensively tonight?
We scored 112. We only had 6 turnovers, 26 assists. Shot 42 from the three-point line. Obviously, we didn't get many up, 12 for 29. But I think they're a good defensive team. They have some, they put really weird matchups out there. And obviously, I think we could have done a better job of exploiting those and maybe being a little bit more organized at times. But I think for the most part, the offense wasn't really the problem. It was definitely the defense, and I've already given you the numbers. Al Horford, 6 of 8 from three-point line, late to adjust to that. Give him credit, give them credit. I give Joe, their coach, a lot of credit starting the season with all the noise around this team, and to fill in for the shoes that he's filling in for. Give him and give their team a lot of credit for the start they've gotten themselves off to.
Michael, what did you see on that play with AG and Grant Williams like before?
Yeah, I don't agree with the call. I watched it on the sideline, but it's a losing battle. They made their decision. Jason Tatum, the clock is winding down, so he's just standing there, letting the clock wind down. Aaron Gordon realized that, and so he went to try to make him pick the ball up. And, he had Al Horford and, Grant Williams blocking for him. Right. And in my perspective, he went to go around Grant Williams to make Jason Tatum pick the ball up. And Grant Williams kind of slid over, created the contact, and they called it flagrant. Obviously, Curtis, crew chief, they explained it to me, but, I explained to them, I just watched the same video, and I just felt that there was, Aaron was making an attempt to get around Grant Williams. It wasn't like he just ran through him, but, that this loss didn't come down to that one play. Obviously, Nikola getting in foul trouble is deadly for us. We have to do everything we can to keep him out of foul trouble. But again, understand why you win and why you lose. When we win games, we defend. When we lose games, we don't defend anybody. And tonight, unfortunately, was one of those nights.
Just one more for me. If Bones is out an extended period of time, entering health and safety protocols, what do you need from Bruce if he's run point guard in the second year?
Yeah, look at his line. The 6 assists, 1 turnover is a great place to start. He rebounded the ball very well tonight. He scored, but he's just got to get us organized, run his team. I have to help him with that. He can play the position, but starting with Nikola Jokic, it's kind of easy because Nikola's like a point center. But now when you're men in that second unit, and it's you, it's Christian Brown, it's Michael Porter, it's Jeff, it's DeAndre, you also got to use your voice and get us organized to make sure all 5 guys are operating as one. And I have no doubt he'll be able to do that if indeed Bones is out for an extended period of time.
You talked before the game about how good Boston's offense is. What caused them to be able to have the success they've had tonight, and what have you seen that's maybe different from in the past with them, or is it anything really different at all?
You know, it's they share the ball, 30 assists, only 7 turnovers. That's a great starting place, but you know, their numbers are right on what they average from the three-point line. They make 16 threes a night, which is first. They take a little over 40, so they took less than they normally take. And they're fourth in percentage, and maybe after tonight they'll be first. But the three-point line, and they're getting it from so many different people. That to me, you have 2 great one-on-one players, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who can get their shot whenever they want, create separation for the 3, get to the basket to finish, and also get to the foul line. I mean, Tatum got there 11 times tonight. And now you put shooting around them. I mean, I guess the silver lining is we locked up Doogie Howser tonight. So if you want to look for a really, really deep silver lining, that guy's been on fire. Sam Hauser, not Doogie Howser, Katie. But yeah, I mean, and the way they play, I mean, they run some really unique offense, a lot of smalls, and a lot of cutting. They do a really good job of off-ball movement, create confusion. And you know, they have a really nice rhythm about it. And to stop them, to beat them, you have to disrupt that rhythm. And I thought in that third quarter, when we cut it to 1, we were doing that. We were getting stops, and then before you know it, a 20-6 run. You look back up, and we're down double figures.
Coach, I have one more. You mentioned you have to help Kobe Jokic stay out of foul trouble. How do you do that? What are the kinds of fouls you'd like him to stay away from?
Well, you know, not just talking about tonight, but on the season when he gets in foul trouble, you know, the NBA's made a point to take away the take foul. But, you know, Nikola could never take like a foul where he's trying to stop a break or just taking a foul to take it. And his fouls are different than everybody else's. They are really, really valuable. He's got to use them with discipline, if you will. And so he's just got to be, you know, a little bit smarter. I have to help him with the referees. And just kind of showing him some of the fouls. And hey, this foul is one that we can't afford for you to take. But it's just, you know, when he's on the court, good things usually happen. And we're a much better team when he's available as opposed to having to take him out. We got away with it in Indiana. And obviously tonight, you know, it was a different story.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.